flowing. What's going on? Ladies and gentlemen, Jason Ward here, Ward's Way to Fitness, back at you again. Yet another workout. And like the camera was a little, it's a little better. All right. So, back at you for another workout. Rocking some more kettlebell work today. We're going to be doing a little bit of the Power 5 is what I like to call it. So every 30 seconds, we're going to hit 5 reps, various movements. And well, I guess he came around to the other side here. We got a guy doing some work on the lawn outside. Hopefully that's not too distracting for you guys. I feel like the volume of my voice through the mic should come through just fine. You're probably barely hearing him. But, all right. We're rocking a kettlebell workout, so we're going to start with some body weight stuff to warm us up. We're going to do a 7-minute AMRAP, 7 reps of each movement. We're going to be hitting some air squats, some good mornings, and some kettlebell halos. And that's the cycle we will be working our way through. All right, so for those air squats, feet about hip width apart, we want to try to drop down below parallel if we can, and then drive the floor away to stand ourselves back up. Focuses on utilizing the legs here as much as possible, trying to shove the floor away with the whole foot. We got good mornings. We want to soften the knees with the feet about hip width apart, and we're going to hinge forward from the hip, and then we're shoving the floor away, squeezing glutes and hamstrings. Coming back down and repeat. We'll hit 7 of those. And then for those halos, we're going to bring that kettlebell up and then wrap it around the back and into the front to warm up those shoulders. Okay, so halos for the upper body, squats and good mornings for the lower body. 7 minutes should give us lots of time to work through those movements 4 or 5 times probably inside of that time frame, just to get some blood flow, get our heart rate up a little bit, and get us prepped for today's workout. All right, so without any further ado, let's get our clock set up so we can get started. So, countdown, 7 minutes. All right, it's no 7 minutes in heaven, but it's going to be a good time anyway. All right, so starting with those squats, let's hit those 7 reps. And the workout today, as I said, is going to be Power 5, so we're going to be hitting 5 reps every 30 seconds of various different movements. We're going to cover the whole body with today's routine. All right, and keep that core nice and tight on those good mornings. Take them nice and slow. Feel the stretch through the glutes and hamstrings. Going to be 7 to each side for the halos, so 14 total. Really try to get a good stretch when you hit those halos. So the nice thing with today's routine is that you can mix in whatever exercises you like. Oh, I totally lost count. Let's go one more on each side. So if you're not able to do some of the kettlebell stuff that I'm doing, you could sub in some other exercises instead. So if all you've got is a dumbbell, you can use dumbbells instead. Good mornings. You could use bands, whatever equipment you got. We're basically just going to want to pick a handful of exercises that we're going to cycle through for the full 30-minute workout today. All right, feeling that workout from earlier today right now. Did a little bit of inertia wave cardio this morning. Chalk here. Feel that bell starting to slip in my hands already. And then we can let that chalk dry as we hit our next round. We're about halfway through now. Again, focus on that execution. So if you're feeling those good mornings in the lower back and not in the glutes and hamstrings, let's get that core a little bit tighter. Those halos get pretty hard pretty fast. It really warms up the upper body nicely. About 2 minutes left here. Baby, 1 minute to go. "40 seconds. So one more set of these halos. All I'm going to have time for. I'm good and warm. You can feel the sweat starting to accumulate. Heart rate's definitely climbing. Muscles are feeling primed. And there are our 7 minutes for the warm-up. Good stuff. All right, grab myself a drink here. So, as I mentioned already, every 30 seconds for the next 30 minutes, we're going to cycle through a handful of exercises. A particular focus on the shoulders and the posterior chain today, so we're going to be hitting some snatches. So I'll do 5 with the left arm in the first minute, 30 seconds, 5 with the right in the second 30. Then we're going to do some windmills, and windmills are a shoulder core exercise, really all about stabilization and moving our body. So I'll do 5 on one side in the third 30, and then another 5 on the right side in the following 30. And then I'm going to hit a set of swings in the fifth, and we're going to cycle through those for 30 minutes. So we're going to get 6 rounds of each movement, so we wind up with 30 reps of each one by the end of the workout today. Wait a second, that's not right. 5 times, did I do my math right? Yeah, 30 reps a side, yeah. Something doesn't seem right about that in my head for some reason. That's only 5 minutes. Yeah. Anyway, doesn't matter. We're going to get lots of work done. That's basically what's going to happen. So we will be repeating each movement every 5 minutes. So it gives that arm a lot of time to recover. And then with 5 movements to cycle through, I would recommend, if you're doing single arm variations of exercises, that you choose 2 exercises there and then 1 that's a 2-handed exercise. So you could do squats instead of swings if you wanted to work on your quads. If you don't have a kettlebell, goblet squats would be an acceptable alternative. For the snatches, if you've got a dumbbell, you could do dumbbell snatches instead. Maybe you want to just do like an overhead press. That'd be a fine variation there. So for the snatches, we want to make sure that we're nice and tight through the core. We hike the kettlebell through, push with the hips, and then punch the kettlebell up into the sky, pulling it back through, punching it up with the hips again to get most of the power. Okay, so it's all about that hip like bend, extend, high pull, and then punch through to catch the weight at the top. Okay, so if you want to do that with a dumbbell instead, the dumbbell just stays fairly close to the body, but it's the same thing. We're down, we snap, catch that weight up overhead. Again, if you want to do presses instead, whatever, for our windmills. So I want to bring that kettlebell up. The feet should be a little bit wider than hip width apart. You want to, if you got it in the right hand, the left foot is going to turn out a little bit to open the hips up. And then we're going to keep that arm nice and tall and hinge to the side, touch the floor, drive away, come back to standing, and repeat. Okay? So that's really going to challenge all through the side of the body, keeping the shoulders nice and tight as we move through that. If you're not comfortable with that movement, you could do a kneeling get up instead. You get a similar effect. So start with the dumbbell up overhead, kneeling position. Step 1 foot up, other foot up, stand up. And you're going to get similar core activation, a little bit easier. Most people are able to do that one. If you need to bring it into the rack instead of being overhead because your weight's too heavy, that's fine. It's a perfectly acceptable alternative there. So that is our second exercise. Maybe you want to throw some single arm rows in instead. That'd be a great exercise to use there instead. Whatever works for you for your workout. And then I'm going to be hitting kettlebell swings. So we want to get a good hinge, push that kettlebell up. We're driving it up with the hips and then pulling it back through and driving it up with the hips again. It's all about the glutes, hamstrings, getting a good stretch and snap to bring that weight up. So as I said, every 30 seconds for, I know why my math was wrong, for 30 minutes. So each round is going to be 2.5 minutes long. That's why I knew my math was off. We're going to be hitting 60 reps of each movement inside of that 30-minute block, okay? Because we will actually be hitting 12 sets of each movement for each side, not 6 like I said the first time. The math just kind of clicked for me right now. You'd think I'd remember this stuff. I was thinking like 5 rounds is 5 minutes, but 5 rounds is 2.5 minutes, not 5. So, all right, so workout. I'm going to set up my clock. I've got the interval timer on my phone. Great app. It's free. And we'll keep track of your work and rest periods. And where is it? I was using it earlier today. There it is. All right. And there we are right there. All right. So 30 seconds to finish your 5 reps of each movement. The 30 minutes is going to fly right by. if your weight is appropriately heavy, you're going to start to experience some fatigue through whatever your target muscles are. So in my case, I'm going to be feeling the shoulders quite a bit. The heart rate's going to get fairly high, probably somewhere in the middle. You're going to have to start to control the heart rate to keep yourself moving. You don't want to increase the reps too much with this. If you try to do like too many reps in a 30-second block, you're not going to have enough time to recover between each round, and then you will not be able to get as much heavy work done. So the goal here is to find a weight that's challenging enough that you get your heart rate up, but not so challenging that you can't maintain your work output for the full 30 minutes. Okay, so if we're about halfway through and you're feeling like you can't keep doing those exercises, it's fine. Switch them up for another 5, try something different, and then keep yourself going for the rest of the 30 minutes. That's a fine approach here. But 5 reps per each exercise is usually the sweet spot. Find that'll take you about 15 seconds to finish, which gives you lots of time to recover in between each round, and then keep getting high quality work done all the way through the workout. All right, so that's enough rambling. Let's get to work. 30 seconds. We'll start in 5. All right, so starting with the left arm, here comes the snatches. So the snatch is a great kettlebell move that works the entire body, but most specifically through the hips and shoulders, lats. So the goal is to keep the reps crisp and aggressive all the way through this workout today. All right? I really love this Power 5 style. All right. As always, if you guys have any questions for me, you want to drop them in the chat while we rock this workout, please feel free. Talk anything, fitness, nutrition. You want to talk Star Wars, Marvel? I'm an open book. All right. So where those are controlled exercise, they might take you a little bit longer than some of the others, and that's okay. Those kneeling get-ups may find you experiencing the same things, where you're feeling like it's a little bit rushed as you're moving through. All right. Good start. So I'm trying to increase the range of my lateral bend this time by keeping the feet a little bit more together. Windmills are not to be underestimated. All right. Excuse me. So this is a pretty great combination of explosive power and conditioning, all rolled into one dandy little workout. So the goal is to find a range that you're able to keep your focus on the quality of the movements to maximize the neuromuscular side. Whew. There's a definite mental side to the equation with this style of training as well. There's a good chance that you're going to have to talk yourself in to continuing to push as you work through these 30 minutes. A lot of times, the workouts that seem the simplest on paper wind up being the most challenging for us mentally, because we come into the workout thinking this is going to be easy. Whoops. And then when it's not, you start to have that negative self-talk. And you got to fight that talk. Half the battle in fitness and nutrition is beating your own mind. Nine times out of 10, you are going to be your own worst enemy when it comes to your fitness and nutrition. And 90% of my coaching, I would say, is just me talking people through why their brain is wrong. So talking people down from the ledge of trying to overhaul and change everything. Because things didn't go exactly as they expected them to. But most of the time, things won't go as you expect them to. That's life. Knowing and understanding that gives you an advantage in pursuing your goals. Because if you know that your brain's playing tricks on you, then you can ignore it or talk it back into the appropriate course of action or way of thinking. Even my feet are sweating. Good times. Chalk back up. this marks us as halfway. Feeling it, folks. Let's keep it rolling. So this is definitely the half of the workout where things start getting dicey. The fatigue is really starting to accumulate through the entire body right now, and being able to keep summoning the strength and power to keep the quality high starts to become the challenge of the workout. This would certainly not be a bad time to change up which exercises you're focused on. In order to try to keep yourself moving, keep the heart rate relatively high, but also maintain quality of your workout. The whole point in this style of workout is to train your body how to maintain good form when fatigued. So if you're feeling too much fatigue, then you need to switch gears. Maybe take a little break and come back. Or change the exercises to make you feel a little bit more fresh. Conditioning's a tricky mistress. Because people always think that they need to go for that maximum intensity. Sometimes you got to scale it back a little bit. focus on your quality. Change gears to make sure you don't risk hurting yourself. Whew. So that's 20 minutes down. We got 10 minutes to go. Which means 4 more rounds of each movement. You do also have the choice of changing the reps to a lower number so you have a little bit more time to recover if you need it. You should always focus on trying to make the workout work for you. That is sometimes the biggest challenge of the whole process. Setting your ego aside and doing the work. That's actually best for your body. We're getting there. 2 more rounds of each movement. And then this workout's done. Let's keep rolling. Chalk's worn out again. Oh, that was too much. It's not going to dry. All right, one more of each. Home stretch. Jesus. Excuse me. Oh boy. And then 5 swings, and we're done. Great job, everybody. was tough. It's a lot of volume to get done inside of a 30-minute block. Very challenging to keep the heart rate under control through that. So if you managed to make it all the way through, kudos. Well done. If you started to lose your conditioning, it's okay. Try it again next time. See if you can do a little bit better. It's all about progress. How can you get just a little bit better than you were the last time you tried? That's the key to fitness, to be better than you were last time. You don't need to be the best. You just need to be better. Keep getting better. Keep putting in the work to keep getting the results. So, my MyZone tells me I got about 750 calories burned right there. Heart rate was above 80% of max for basically that full 30-minute block. So, that style of training can definitely suck the wind right out of you, burn a lot of calories, have you sweating into your eyes so you can't even see. I gotta bring a towel down with me next time. Just getting a little too warm down here. All right, that's gonna wrap it for me today. Thanks for tuning in. If you enjoyed the workout, let me know. Let me know how you did, what weight you used, how you found the pacing, whatever. Maybe you just want to curse me out for having done it. I don't care. Let me know. You can send me a whisper here on Twitch. You can send me an email, wordswaytofitness@gmail.com. And follow me on Instagram. The link is in my Twitch profile there. It's wordswaytofitness. And my Twitter is @WW2fitness. So that's the number 2. You can follow me there as well. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you guys got a good workout in. I know I did. And we'll check you on the next stream. Peace out, bitches.